You may be in my films if you like. If you wanted, though, I wouldn't recommend it. All right. It is Saturday morning. We're in Bayview. Actually, I have a bearded dragon in the back I must go look at as well. So this is not the big beardy day, but it's definitely got a few more beardies in it. We've seen some birds today, and it's been a fun day. All right. Other than that, this client here, we're trying to keep her face out of the way. Okay, here we go. Brought us 2 beardies to have sexed. And anyway, so we're going to go ahead and announce both these guys as females, guys as girls. There you go. Dudes is not dudes. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at for now. It turns out that if I were to guess the coloration, I would have gone that the last one you just looked at was probably going to be a male. But we are quite light colored and bright colored compared to this one. Their femoral pores are almost non-existent. Their jowls are not what I would call really, really big for a beardy of these guys' size. So again, I'm going for both females. So anyway, that's my official thing, and I'm sticking to it. I shouldn't have to probe these guys. It just seems kind of rude at this point in time since I have so much other evidence. All right, any questions, Mom? That toe thing, when you said they stuck together, I have never heard of that before, unless there was part of the infection or the scab was holding 2 toes together, or you don't think that was it?
I don't really know what it was. We got them when they were rescues when we got them, and they were in bad shape. We just noticed that it looked like they had grown together, and then they just kind of split. And then I was like, oh, okay. So
I mean, that's awesome when you think about it, you know. I was just reading some genetic studies just a few minutes ago talking about how, you know, genes can be turned on and off, and when you think about it, there are some species that start out with fins, and then those fins turn into feet and toes, and so when you think about it, they can separate. It just, you wouldn't think of that kind of genomic difference happening in one of these guys, yes. You know, so that's kind of cool. So if, you know, it didn't look like it's pathologic, that other toe looks like it's healing fine. So that's just one of those things you just chalk up to, what the hell? And as far as that goes, the only other abnormality, as I'm seeing on the back of this one here, where there's that increased wear on those scales, it's not so, the wear and tear has not gone completely through the dermis into the subdermis. So obviously it's not causing any problems, but just try to figure out what's causing that, because someday that whatever it is may get sharp, may cut the skin. You may have to remove it. Just watch your habits and see what happens, and we'll take it from there. Other than that, everything looks good. Cool.
Good. You know healthy, and you're both girls. I'm sure this is
shameless hussies.
I was going to ask you, so we're housing these 2 are in the same cage, and then we've got the bigger one. She's in her own. She doesn't get along with these 2
okay.
Well, but you can house females together? Do we need to separate them?
Usually it's the males that cause problems between each other. Okay, so you know they're fighting for territory and fighting for the right to be with as many females as possible. You know, get a little harem going. So we don't usually think of the females being that, you know, that irritating to each other. That one could be full of eggs already. Look how big that belly is.
The bigger one that we have, how does that work? Because we're not, I mean, we have all girls, we're not getting any more of them, hopefully. So, I mean, how does that work with, like, the eggs? Like, they just get rid of them?
They'll just be non-fertilized, which means you'll just have to, when the time comes and they lay them, probably there's no secondary problems. And, you know, I always say being a female can be quite a dangerous thing. You guys have quite a bit of plumbing, quite a complicated round of plumbing, you know, that's very seriously timed. And these guys really aren't much different. You know, the ovaries will produce the eggs in different sizes. You know, they're in different stages of production. Okay, as they get to a certain size, then the yolk gland will then put yolk around it, and then from there it goes to the shell gland. And once all that stuff is done, then it actually saves up, you know, 30 of those, and you know, or slightly less in lizard that size. And hopefully, if all goes well, and all the other environmental cues and stuff are happening right, then they can lay those normally, and then that'll be it. Ordinarily, there'd be a male that would fertilize those somewhere along the line and turn them into a little bit more than just, you know, lizard eggs, or I was going to say chicken eggs, for that was definitely not a good analogy. Anyway, So, they're different in fertilizing and non-fertilizing. But they'll be non-fertilized eggs. At that point in time, since you know there is no male involved, you would just basically toss those away.
Now, when will they start doing that? Because our bigger one has not done that yet. And she's coming up on like 2 years old.
Okay. I mean, I've seen them in 2 years. That's about the right time, actually. Yeah.
Okay. And they'll just lay them. So when they lay them, it's not going to hurt their feelings if we throw them away or anything?
No. I guess I don't think this is one of those species that actually protects them.
Okay.
They'll just lay them and start walking all over them, and that'll pretty much be the end of it.
Okay.
Get their claws to them, they'll get all eggy and messed up. And
okay.
What's up, you? Hey. Not falling for it.
And then the end of his tail is okay?
It looked okay. It looked like it's healing fine. There's no redness, irritation that I could see.
He used to, when it first started to get weird, if you touch it, he'd flinch and run away from you.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to bother anymore.
It seems to have healed fine.
Cool, looks like we're good to go.
Cool. Oh, man, that's the hardest case of the day. That was good sarcasm, too, wasn't it? All right, later, girl. Keep it tight.